Hello, good morning dear students. Welcome to our GK Army online classes. Okay, I am your SST teacher and today we will discuss or learn about the first chapter of your history department is what? The rise of nationalism in Europe. The rise of nationalism in Europe. Before we start the chapter, we have to know about what is the definition or what is the meaning of nationalism, which was what arose in Europe continent, which was arose or awake in Europe continent. So what was it or what is it? What does it mean? Nationalism, it is a feeling, it is a idea, okay, which is in our heart, in our mind, and that is what the madness, the love for our motherland. This idea, okay, this madness termed as or named as what? Nationalism. Basically, this is a idea for, or this is a one kind of love for our motherland. Okay, so in this chapter we will learn about that how did the feeling of nationalism, how did the idea of nationalism took place or rise in the heart of every European in 18th or 19th century AD. Okay, so let's start the chapter from the introduction class of your what? Of your chapter, the rise of nationalism in Europe. So this true event or this true story incident started from a French artist. His name was what? Frederic Sorry. What? Frederic Sorry. Okay, this person was the first character of our chapter, Frederic Sorry, and his profession was what? He was an artist. Who belonged from the nation France, means he was a French artist. Okay, he prepared a series of 4 paintings, means 4 different types of paintings where he visualized his what? Mind, his dream, or he dreamed about a nation made of democratic and republic. Means in his thinking he thought about the nations which are present in Europe will be in the form of democratic and republic. So this was the visualization of Frederic Sorry. According to his visualization, he made of 4 paintings, a series of 4 paintings where he visualized or dreamed about a democratic and republic nation. So according to the visualization or utopian vision, means the strong vision, dreamlike vision of Frederic Sorry, he made that paintings where the people of distinct nation were grouped or combined group, and they were marched towards the Statue of Liberty. At that time, okay, nation symbolized as a female figure, nation symbolized as a female figure, and people who had belonged from different nations, who had different costume, national costume and customs, they were marched towards the Statue of Liberty. It indicates that they wanted a nation of democratic form. They wanted a nation along with Republic Party. They wanted equality before law, and they wanted, it shows they wanted that they don't have in that period in the rule of despotic or absolute ruler. So Frederick Chauliac imaginary or in that utopian vision mentioned that it should be what followed that France or in Europe, okay, a democratic form of government will be established. So this is the utopian vision of the French artist Frederick Chauliac. After that, our next topic is how did the nationalism carried out from France to all over Europe. Okay, during 18th or last of 18th century and beginning of 19th century, the idea of nation state, or you can say the modern state, which was grown up in the land of what? Europe. Every nations of Europe wanted to free from the despotic or absolute monarchy. They wanted to establish or started to establish a democratic nation which was based in republic form, where the representatives were what? Chosen by the people, chosen by the citizens. So from 18th century, or you can say the beginning of 19th century, the idea of nation state was carried out in the land of Europe. After that, our next topic is what? The French Revolution. The French Revolution and the idea of nation. The French Revolution and idea of nation. This topic is most important for us, got it? Because the idea of nationalism spread all over Europe through the land of France. And as we have already known about this chapter in the class of 9th, the French Revolution, which is take place in your book at chapter number 1. Got it? So the French Revolution and the idea of nation. So when did it was fought? When did the French Revolution was started? In the year of 1789. The great, okay, the famous French Revolution was started in the land of France. Okay, in that time Louis XVI was the ruler of France, and he was the absolutist or despotic ruler, where every powers of the government centralized into him. Got it? So the idea of nation, okay, first the idea of nation carried out from the French Revolution. The world became able to know about the idea of nationalism, okay, idea of liberty, what is right or what is freedom, okay, they were gained from the French Revolution, because it was the first clear expression of what? Nationalism carried out, nationalism, idea of modern state, and what? Liberty and right. So as we have already discussed about the chapter French Revolution, when did it was happen, what were the reason behind it, which class people were responsible for the great revolution which was happened in 1789, and what were the major changes occurred in that period during 18th and 19th century. Got it? So French Revolution clearly what? Carried out the idea of nationalism, or feeling of nationalism to all over the Europe. So let's have a look how did the idea of nationalism, okay, arose from French Revolution. Okay, from French Revolution, many steps were taken by French revolutionary to create feeling of nationalism in the heart of every people of France. Okay, the idea of what? Le patrie and le citoyen means le patrie means love for the fatherland and feeling for the fatherland. Then le citoyen means the every citizen of France considered as a single citizenship in France. Okay, there were no classification of people as clergy class people, noble class people, or weaker section of the society, or what? Middle class people. Okay, whole nations considered as le patrie or what? A single nation, and all the people of France considered as a single citizen. That was what? Le citoyen. Okay, new French flag was available in that time. Okay, each state general was elected by the National Assembly, who were chosen by the representative or who were chosen by the active citizenship. Okay, the feudal system was abolished. The feudal system was abolished. Then the taxes were denied. Slave or abolition of slavery means the slave system was totally abolished in France during French Revolution. Then French language declared as the official or national language of the France. This type of states were taken to create collective identity or sense of collective identity every heart of the French people. So during French Revolution or after French Revolution, the idea of nation state, the idea of modern state, the idea of nationalism, what was clearly carried out from the land of France and spread not only all over Europe, okay, but also all over the world. Got it? So during French Revolution or from French Revolution, many steps were taken to carry out the idea of nationalism, the idea of nation state, the idea of modern state to all over the world. Okay, this chapter will look at the diverse process of nationalism and nation state or idea of nation state along with us. How did the idea of nationalism and how did nation state was formed in Europe, and after that the idea of nationalism and nation state was formed in Europe. Okay, many other continents were inspired and motivated by this type of prominent event which was fastly happened in the land of France. Okay, after that our next topic is our next topic is making of nationalism in Europe. Okay, how did the idea of nationalism spread all over Europe, and Europe became a nationalist state, or you can say nationalist country. Nationalist country. Got it? So next topic is making of nationalism in Europe. In Europe, the nations were also ruled by the European superpowers like France, like Britain, Russia, okay, Austria, Prussia. These superpowers which had military support, which had what potential military support, they had what extend their territory and spread the idea of imperialism also. So they captured many territories of European nations. Like the Germany was divided into several parts, several regions which were occupied by different superpowers, and also Italy also what divided into 7 different states, 7 different places. Then Habsburg Empire, okay, captured Austria, captured some parts of Austria. Then Greece was also in dominant for Okay, the feeling of nationalism arose in the heart of every national people, and they were what started revolution or started revolt against the what absolute power monarchical government. Okay, in 19th century in Europe, okay, the collective identity were what extract or carried out or started. People wanted to make a what democratic nation. So in this chapter, after this what topic, we will discuss about what was the position of aristocrats, the people, and the middle group or middle class people, and how did they were played their contribution or played their role to making a nationalist country or making a nationalist continent in Europe. Okay, so let's have a look that how did the aristocracy and the new middle class people were played their role in the emergence of nationalism in Europe. As we have already know about that in class 9 in previous class, that the French society were divided into different kind of people. The aristocratic people, okay, which known as generally the clergy. Then after that the noble class people were combined, and after that the what weaker section of the society who had paid taxes like galley and tickets to the nation, to the government. So the role of aristocracy and new middle class people, okay, is most important topic in this chapter. Okay, the aristocracy people means the noble and clergy class people were the dominant class people in that period during 19th century. Okay, they were what dominant to the middle class people and also the weaker section of the society. They were pressurized the people to gain their privileges, to gain their facilities. Especially the clergy and noble class people, which named as the aristocracy people, okay, they were enjoyed a lot of privileges and they don't have the what necessity to pay to the government. Okay, at that time a new class people were arose their head in the society of Europe. It was begun from French society, and they were named as the middle class group or middle class people. Okay, they had the what wealth which was they earned from the overseas business, and they were the educated class people. Okay, so in this process, what in this rise of nationalism process or what the idea of nation state, these two class people were what played a huge contribution, played prominent role to what to gain facilities, to gain liberty, what to stop or abolish the privileges which was enjoyed by the aristocracy or the upper class of the society. So the aristocracy or rich people were the dominant class people in that land, and the new middle class people had played to gain the idea of liberty and spread the idea of nationalism all over the Europe. Got it? After that, so our next topic is based on liberal nationalism. Okay, what does it mean? We should found it. What is liberal nationalism? Why it was stood in that time? Okay, so the word liberal derived from a word means liber. So from this word we can easily find that the word the labor or liberal nationalism means which nationalism or which feelings belongs to the poor section of the society or labor class people of the society. So this liberal nationalism was stood for the weaker section of the society, or you can say that the people who were lived in third estate. I am recall the chapter 9, the chapter French Revolution of your class 9. So liberal nationalism stood for what? For the support of which class people? The labor class people, the weaker class people. So what is liberal nationalism? It is gave importance to the or gave priority to the weaker section of the society. How did they get freedom? How did they get right to vote? How did they get right to life, or how did they protect private property? So this type of nationalism feelings or liberal nationalism feeling which support the ideas or which support the lifestyle of labor class people or weaker section of the society. The liberal nationalism or the idea of liberal nationalism stood for the support of labor class people. Got it? So the term what? Liberal derived from which word? Sorry, not labor. It is lever, which means free, and the free nationalism feelings were supported or support to the which class people? Lower class people. In 18th century, before French Revolution, in every parts or in every nations of Europe, there was a monarchical government who ruled all over Europe. In different regions, different dynasties or different rulers were ruled all over Europe. They had the centralized power in a single hand. They had a despotic power. That's why the people were low class struggled a lot. They don't have any special privileges. They don't have any right. They don't have liberty. They don't have express their thoughts, opinion, their feelings in front of despotic power. So liberal nationalism basically support to the lower class people. How they can able to get the right, the liberty, and how they can able to express their feelings. So during 19th century, the liberal nationalism stood for the freedom, stood for the liberty of middle class, lower class people. And the middle class people were totally responsible for create nationalism feelings among the heart of the lower class people. So from liberal nationalism, many changes were occurred in Europe, and this event was started from France. The women were got the right to vote. They got the right to education. Many trade barriers were abolished by the rulers, and the monarchical government was also in the control of a constitutional monarchy. The National Assembly were formed through the liberal nationalism process. And the National Assembly were control the despotic power of the ruler. The powers of the ruler or emperors were divided in different organs, or you can say the different department of the government, like the executive, judiciary, and also the so the rulers were totally helpless, and the liberal nationalism arose what in every nation of the European continent. Okay, so the liberal, due to the liberal nationalism, or according to the idea of liberal nationalism, the middle class people and the lower section of the society were totally to benefit from this type of nationalism. Many political organizations were formed by the young people, young masses, like the Jacobin Club was formed by Maximilian Robespierre to war or started revolt against the absolutist or the despotic power of the king. Okay, during a trade union also was formed to carry out the trade barriers. Okay, and they were also what revolt against, or they were supported to the middle class people as well as to the weaker section people. Okay. So in 18th century, the liberal nationalism feelings or idea was stood in the favor of middle class people and also in the favor of weaker section of the society. After that, a new class people were joined there, and they were known as the conservative class people, or you can say that the new conservatism after 1850. So as we have already know that what is it, or what is the idea of conservative class people. So after the defeat of Napoleon Bonaparte, who was set up a monarchical government in France, and he ruled from 1804 to 1850. After the defeat of Napoleon Bonaparte in 1815 in Battle of Waterloo, okay, a conservative group of people who carried the idea of conservatism, or who were supported the monarchical government, raised their head in the French society. Okay, after the defeat of Napoleon Bonaparte in 1815, they were set up a monarchical government in France, and it took a Bourbon ruler, Bourbon king named Louis Philippe, and set him in the throne of France. Okay, they were started, or they were wanted to take what previous privileges, previous rights which were denied by the National Assembly. So after 1815, a new conservatism, or a new idea of conservative class people started in Europe. Got it? So these are the today's topics in this in this class. We are able to, or we are learn about how did the feeling of nationalism arose in Europe and spread all over the world. How did the idea of modern state and nation state bring out from the land of France, and how did the nationalism establish in the land of Europe. After that, the middle class people and weaker section of the society, how did they play their role, how did and when did they got their freedom and liberty from the monarchical government. After that, or after 1815, how a conservative class people were set up a monarchical government in France as well as different regions or different place of Europe. So these are the important topics of today's classes. Okay, and rest of the topics we will discuss in our next classes.